Your thoughts on all these issues?
So I think it was the Constitution envisaged that the cabinet shall have the president, the deputy president, not more than 22 members, and the attorney general. So that's 25 members of cabinet. That's what's in the Constitution. Then the president went ahead and appointed a secretary to the cabinet, certain advisors to the cabinet, and those are cabinet-level appointments. The Constitution does not recognize the term cabinet-level appointments. And so he overshot the number prescribed by the Constitution, which is 25. And so to that extent, either he will have to totally do away with the cabinet-level appointments, and they remain appointees of the president in the office of the president and not necessarily at the cabinet level. They cannot sit at cabinet because the Constitution does not envisage these advisors and the secretary of the cabinet sitting at the cabinet at that level. But number two, we have to give it to the president. He delivered on the Ministry for Youth. He promised that he would do that, and he's delivered on a Ministry for Youth. For a long time, the Youth Ministry was bungled up at ICT. At one point, they kept moving it around. But this time, he's actually delivered on a Ministry for Youth, and I think that's big. That's a big win. I think the next move will be now to go to the Youth Development Policy and look at how do we ensure that this policy actually now delivers for the young people in this country, particularly on the National Youth Council. How do we strengthen it? How do we ensure that the National Youth Council is well funded and that it has influence up to the ground level? Number three, I thought that there would be a young person, just like every other young person here. I mean, even the one thing that we're good at, like IT.
Right.
I mean, even just the one thing we're good at.
Like you just want to
just
see
IT,
this one person.
You know, just if we're not good at trade and everything else, okay, we may accept. But at least the one thing that we can beat every other generation in is IT. Right. Why not? And we have so many. At the top of my head, I can mention so many young people under 35. The term youthful is not recognized in the Constitution. The Constitution talks of youth and defines it, 18 to 35. We have so many young people, able, professional, competent, values-based, who are upright and upright-standing citizens in this country who have been contributing at the global stage, winning awards all over the place. Adding to that is, I think this country and this president has started by rewarding notoriety. We reward notoriety. Notorious people are rewarded. And what we are basically putting up to the young people as poster is you have to be so notorious. You have to be on the headlines for all the wrong reasons for you to get any cabinet appointment. So even the good young people who are in IT, who are professionals, for them to get cabinet appointments, they have to be notorious enough, scandalous enough for them to be recognized.